that when it comes to marriage and family, we have to promote the married heterosexual mother and father relationship for the sake of children and for the sake of society. So obviously there's a lot of intrigue and like, oh my gosh, how could you believe this? How could you adhere to a traditional family structure? Isn't that disrespectful to your mother? And so a lot of people will ask me, what does your mom think about what you're doing? Because if you Google me, there's an awful lot of content online talking about why marriage is a matter of justice for children, that children have a right to be known and loved by their mom and dad, and why same-sex parented families often leave children with a significant deficit. So people will say, how can you believe this if you love your mother so much? And the answer is, I love my mother so much. And that actually is one of the reasons why I believe this. Because if the progressive left, in terms of their ideas about family makeover or the redefinition of marriage, if they're right, then what they're saying is, my mother was optional in my life. Because the whole premise of redefining marriage and redefining family and same-sex headed households is that a child's own mother or father is optional to them. In my own life, that is the furthest thing from the truth. I needed my father and I needed my mother. I needed both of them before the divorce. I needed both of them after the divorce. I would not be the person I am today if my mother was not in my life, or if I had another mother. I would not be the person I am today if my father had completely abandoned me after the divorce. So, and it's interesting because even my mom and dad both recognized that the other parent was very, very important to me. They had a pretty amicable divorce. And so I was able to still have access to both parents. Obviously, they had new partners and romantic interests in their life, but thankfully I remained connected to both of them. So this idea that you can remake the family, you can redefine marriage, it has led to this idea that two men can raise a kid, two women can raise a kid, and the child suffers no ill effect. That's a mistake. Because that whole idea says, that means that two men could have replaced my mother. That's what the premise of gay marriage proposes, is that two men could have replaced my mom and it would have zero impact on my identity formation, my development, the safety and investment and connection that I had in my family. And it's not just statistically a lie, it's demonstrably a lie from my own life, right? I need my mother, I love my mother. She's still mothering me, she's at home. She texted me right before we started this. She's like, I cleaned out your brown paper bag cupboard where I just throw all the paper bags and all the plastic bags. And I know she opened it and she went, oh, I bet I could kind of put this together. I can sort out the things she doesn't want. I can organize it so that when she gets back, she has a usable closet here. I'm like, okay, the woman's still mothering me. And I needed it then, I need it now. And no random man off the street could ever be able to substitute for what she's given me.